Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl SimplyDeketa back with a new video, and I wanted to do something a little different for my channel today. I wanted to talk about my favorite books. Yes, books. So for you guys who are looking for a good read this summer, I have only two books to show you guys today, but they are just like life-changing. So I'm going to get into it with the books. I'm going to get into basically like a little description of what the books are about, but I'm not going to go like too deep and make the video too long. And I'm also going to drop the link in the description box to where you can purchase both of these books. Make sure you guys pick them up. They are so inexpensive. They're definitely reasonable as far as cost. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. And let's get started. So for the first book, you guys, I'm going to share with you, it's literally my favorite book like ever. Like, this book has been so incredibly life-changing for me. It is unreal. Like, I can literally go on and on and on. This is one book that I always recommend to people, especially when I identify certain behaviors in them. So the name of this book is called The Life-Changing Magic of Not Giving a Fuck. And it's a parody. It's like, you know, humor made out of it. But the little blurb says how to stop spending time you don't have with people you don't like. Hello. Doing things that you don't want to do. This book is authored by Sarah Knight, and I don't know if you guys have this book, then that's great. Drop in the comments what's your favorite part about this book, and if you don't, you guys need to get this book. So you guys are wondering, what the hell is this book about? You know, it is very strategic. It's definitely sort of, you can throw it in that self-help category, but it's so much more than that, especially if you're a person that carry like the weight of the world on your shoulders. Like, I hate those kind of people. You know, like when the whole male romper thing came out, and you'll find those people that say, oh my goodness, Donald Trump just got called to be impeached, and y'all, they distracting y'all with male rompers, stay woke, like stupid shit like that. Like, you know, stuff like that annoys me. Like, we cannot be concerned about several things at the same damn time. Like, so it's things like that that this book teaches you not to even react to. Like, when you see people or when you see posts like that, and I'm using social media because, y'all, seriously, social media annoys the fuck out of me in several ways. Like, I hate the people that's worried about what somebody doing with their tax money. Like, why do you care? Why? Like, stuff like that. So one of the favorite parts of this book for me, I actually have several. So this book breaks your fuck budget, right? You have a certain amount of fucks that you can give in any given day, any given lifetime, just period. And it breaks it down in categories: things, family, friends, strangers, and acquaintances. So social media, for the most part, is like strangers and acquaintances. One of my favorite things, one of my favorite pages out of this book is actually on page 39. And this is sort of a diagram of your fuck budget. And it just basically maps like when you should give a fuck and when you should not give a fuck. Like, you guys, I will always read this. I'm not done with the book. I'm only a few pages and a good halfway through the book. But I read this book when I'm traveling. I got the most reading in this book done traveling to Morocco recently. And it was like, just the reading halfway through the book has been so helpful. Like, it's really been helpful. I really cannot, like, this video would be forever if I explained to you guys why. But from decluttering your life, starting with the things, like, things that you don't use, things that you don't want, like, throw it in the trash. Give it away. give a new home for it. And that also explains why when I came home from IMATS this year, I took a good look at my makeup collection. Like, why are these things I'm holding on to, all of this clutter, just to say I have tons of makeup? If I gave away some of this, I'd still have more than enough makeup. And I did that. I decluttered my makeup collection. I've done that with clothes. I've done that with shoes. I do it with bags. Like, I always declutter. So, but that's still helpful. But I've never sat and thought about, like, what are the things that I give a fuck about and what are the things that I absolutely do not give a fuck about. And it actually gives you pages, like real life blank pages, in all of the 4 categories. So work, strangers, acquaintances, and friends, family. And family they leave for last because family is like the hardest to not give a fuck about, but you'll get there. And things. And you make a list of all of the things in those categories that you give a fuck about. And it also just helps you prioritize. So this is the page right here, and this is where you write the list of things that you give a fuck about and things that you don't. And some things like politics may be on here. Ending world hunger may be on here. Now, that doesn't mean that you're insensitive, but we're talking about real things that you can, really have the energy and the mind space to give a fuck about. You'll have things that trump all of those things. Will there ever be an end to world hunger? Likely not. So yeah, this book is absolutely amazing. I picked this book up for all of about $12 on Amazon, you guys. So life changing. I really walked away from friendships in peace, curving the fuck out of family with peace, letting things go, like, just from reading this book. It's really like, and I find that I'm less stressed and I have less problems. I'm not going back and forth with people. I'm not holding on to relationships that don't want to be held on to. Just things like that. I feel like this book really, really helped me. So if you guys can relate to any of that, you definitely have to pick this book up. Now, the second book is way left as far as the category of book that it is, but it's equally good. My second book is called Jordan Year. Now, this book is a book of poems, right? And this book I bought and I thought it was really, really special because I know the writer. Now, before you guys think that I'm doing this review of this book just because I know the writer, that is absolutely not true. He has no idea I'm even going to do a review on my channel about this book. The fact of the matter is, it's so amazing to real life sit and watch somebody attain their dream. Like, I know for me, graduating with my master's was the first time. Like, with undergrad, I was like, okay, I graduated, I'm on to another degree, so I couldn't really, like, let it sink in that I, have these degrees, and I always dreamt about going to college and, all of those things. So with my master's degree, that was really the moment that I paused and was like, bitch, you made this happen. Like, you real life did this shit. Like, so for me to watch other people, I recently had a sorority sister who I remember when she got into the PhD program at Johns Hopkins for biotechnology, and to watch her graduate, it's like, I cannot describe it. Like, you root for these people so much. So to watch Wallace become a writer and do such an amazing job, like, This boy is so talented. I thought this book was really, really dope. And just to show you guys, I'm not bullshitting. I'm going to tell you guys what one of my favorite poems in here was. And he was so sweet enough to like autograph mine and leave a little note. Like, I love that because he's really personable with those of, you know, with the people that supported him. And that's really dope to still be humble. And that's what I get from this book. Now, Jordan Year, like overall summary, seems to be a collection of poems that's about his 23 years on this earth thus far. And those things that inspired and molded him into the man that he is at this moment, but in a poem form. So, one of my favorite, which is probably so funny, one of my favorites was called Hand Signs. Yes, one of my favorite poems is called Hand Signs. And I think that that was my favorite because I ended up dying laughing at the end of it because he literally just described like this intricate hand sign gesture, and I visually like seeing all of this taking place, and I just thought it was really, really funny that he has an ode to his mother in here. I think it's a part one, so it's several parts to that. Like, he really I don't want to use the word idolize, but commend more so his mom, his grandmom, and just all of those pivotal people in his life since he's been here. So yeah, you guys, I'm definitely going to put the link so that you guys can support this young man. His book is also about $13. Let's go, $14 with shipping. Make sure you guys check this book out. It's really interesting. I never really read like poetry like that, but it's really good. It's a really good book, and it's really about being a young black man in Baltimore. So yeah, you guys, that is it for this video. Thank you for letting me share with you some of my favorite books. I think that I'm going to continue to do these. I have a ton of books that I've bought now that I felt like I have the leisure time to do it. And I noticed that I keep my TV off a lot lately and been playing music. I think my goal this summer is to spend a little bit of time just reading. I don't really leisurely read. Most of the time I read, it's while I'm on a flight or some long traveling experience. So I'm definitely going to do that. And until the next time, you all, bye beauties.